with your group, what is kind of the outlook going into camp? What you want to see this next month? And what your kind of feelings are on your group?
Right now, BJ, just competing. That's our biggest thing. I talking about competing and being humble and hungry all the time. And I think when you do that, no matter what happens, you're going to be in the spot that you want to be in. Obviously, we got some good kids in the group, some kids that have got a lot of good game reps, so I think the competition is going to be high. Obviously, competing against each other, but even themselves for things they struggled with last year that they need to get better at. That's my big thing for them is there's a lot of things on film we have to improve on in a big way. And so let's take it day by day, but that needs to change. And so working on those, and obviously just humble and hungry because there's, a couple of those guys did pretty well, and guys tell them that. And so staying humble and hungry, or else it's really easy to fall off. It's really easy just to be very mediocre. And so stay humble and hungry.
Yeah, I mean, you say there's a lot to get better at, but is that easy to get across to them, or when they have the success they had last year, is it do they kind of want to, say, I had 10 sacks last year or whatever?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I think yes and no. That's the beautiful thing about our sport is everything's on film. So I can show, you can, hey, I did this, and everyone's patting my back about how good I did, whoever you are on the team. But I have film that shows, hey, you need to get better at. Look at this. Look at this clip. Is this good enough? No, coach, it's not. All right, let's get better at that. So we have video evidence to show the things they need to improve on, and so going into camp, it's hey, you do a lot of things well, and I'm excited for you to do those better than you did. But there's also these couple things we really need to get better at, whatever they might be, techniques, some fundamentals, and hopefully that's the mindset they take to. My thing is, hopefully that's the mindset they take to life. It's hey, yeah, maybe you're good, but you can't take too many losses as a husband or a father. You got to keep getting better and growing. So that's kind of our mindset going into it. But at the same time, building them up like, hey, no one should be able to block you. You should be dominant. Getting them fired up in such a way, but also, hey guys, you better stay humble, or else you will get hard.
It sounded like in the spring there was maybe a little talk of trying to use that cheetah package more and getting taking advantage of it. How do you guys kind of do that, but also weigh the fact that part of the reason they were both so good last year is because they were fresh and healthy and not being overworked?
That's a big question for our D staff going into fall camp. It was a little bit going to spring, but even more into fall camp is how do we get the best out of? How do we get our best 11 on the field for whatever team we're playing? Obviously. Depending on the team, depending on the personnel, we put up different guys in the field. And so trying to find the best 11 to keep guys fresh, to keep them electric, to keep them explosive, to be able to win one-on-one battles. That's our big thing going to fall camp. How are we going to do it? And we're still trying to work on finding ways to do it. And we'll obviously have a much better idea a couple weeks in camp of how it's going.
I mean, a lot of people forget about Sam Whitney too, and being hurt and stuff, and then Asa's over there, right, too, or who's the other guy in your group? Isa's kind of doing a little bit of both. He's playing some with me, some at defensive end. Excited to see what he can do because he was injured last year. Yeah.
And then Demetri Washington's a freshman that we're excited about. Dylan Herberg is a freshman from Timberline, and so all these guys are kind of in this group, and so a lot of them we don't know. There's a lot of knowns, So you've seen, we've seen them work out. We see some different stuff, but as anybody, BJ, working out is very different than playing football. Yeah. And so excited to see. But Sam Whitney coming back, being healthy, is a big part. Sam's a good football player, and he brings a attitude and mentality to that group that I'm excited to get back.
It does seem like he's kind of being forgotten about a little bit.
Yeah, and so and I think some of that for him's fueling his fire. After talking with him over the summer and even in the spring is, and the cool thing about it is they're all stinking best friends. I mean, Sam, Kurt, they're hanging out with each other all the time, and so it's cool to see that camaraderie. But I think there is also an innate. We're all competing against each other too. Even if we're on the field at the same time, I want to get the sack, or I want to get the TFL, or I want to whatever it might be. But also at the same time, I'm excited for Sam because when he went down, I believe it was week 6, he hasn't played football in 9 months, and so he's excited to prove that hey, I'm a part of this thing too, and as he should. And I'm excited to see him compete this fall camp.
So do the studs, do you actually have your own meeting room, or do you have to wait when someone else isn't meeting, or is there
No, we do.
Okay.
We've got a little room and down the hall past some of the offensive rooms. We do. We got our own nameplate, and Coach did it up right, so it looks pretty good. Yeah, our boys like it. Yeah.
Is that new this year then, or?
We had it last year, so they kind of in the spring but then we kind of created it last year. So Coach Harsin hooked it up for us down there, and so it's nice.
In terms of the actual on the field field practicing and stuff, does your role really change much? Or
In a little bit. I mean, mainly, I'm working with Coach Avalos with the linebackers, so sometimes we'll interchange drills a lot where I'll take some of the insides to do defeating blocks, where he's taking the outsides to do some pass. We're very intermixed. Obviously, whatever he wants to do, we're on the same page. But yeah, so on the field, not much. Special teams and really coaching those guys is kind of my main factor this year.